Jennifer says, I want to move to cold storage, but live but live in a very disaster-prone state where a tornado can spin up and wipe everything out with a little warning. Any thoughts? Yes. So this is exactly where Superbacked, or our 21 sats security and inheritance protocol, comes into play. This is a perfect example, because here's the thing. Let's compare this to a steel plate. Let's say that you went through all the right steps. You moved your Bitcoin off an exchange into an Aqua wallet, into a cold card, and you have that cold card onto steel. You put your 12 words onto steel, but all of a sudden a tornado wipes out your house and your device is 50 kilometers that way and your steel plate is 50 kilometers that way. Your Bitcoin's gone. Understand that. Your Bitcoin's gone. Because unless you memorized your private key, which is not advisable to do for many reasons, but your Bitcoin's gone. So with 21 sats, our security inheritance protocol, you can actually have zero trace of Bitcoin at your house. Zero trace. So if there's a fire, if there's a tornado, if somebody breaks into your house, it doesn't matter. They can't do anything with it. So you can maintain full ownership without trusting anybody, without putting your KYC information in and telling anybody how much Bitcoin you have. And you can have zero trace of Bitcoin in your house. And it's a process to get there. It's not like you go from, buying Bitcoin for the first time this week and then all of a sudden you have that set up. But that is where you should be working towards. And you can, even if you just had a single sig wallet, even an Aqua wallet. This is the crazy thing. Let's say that you had your Bitcoin on an Aqua wallet. You haven't even got to the point of a cold card yet. You can take your 12 words from your Aqua wallet and you can put that into our security protocol. And in that case, your phone's over here, your steel plate's over here, you still have your Bitcoin. So it's not like you have to wait to become like an expert Bitcoiner before you can put this into place, because this is a really good scenario of how people lose Bitcoin. Because in that situation, your Bitcoin would be gone. And you could search. You could spend the next couple of weeks searching for your steel plate that flew 50 kilometers away. But good luck. That's why steel is so overrated, in my opinion. Even with the wildfires, let's say that you're not in a tornado area, but your house burns down. Maybe the steel will be there. Maybe you'll be able to access it, but when and how are you going to find it? Maybe somebody walks by your house before then and finds a steel plate kicking around and they now have your Bitcoin. There's a lot of holes. I don't know where steel plate somehow became the norm within Bitcoin, but there's a lot of holes with using a steel plate to protect your recovery phrase. So that's why with 21 sats, the Superbacked protocol that we have, that's all those vulnerabilities are gone. Yes, exactly. I might not even be home to grab my wallet when it gets launched for miles and miles and may never be found. Exactly. It's exactly what I'm saying, Jennifer. Just the fact that you understand that, I think that you're much further ahead than a lot of Bitcoiners out here. Truly. If you understand that part and how scary that is and how vulnerable your security setup is with that in place, your green light's on brighter than most. So shout out to you.